Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, it's taken me all day. I discovered my mistake this morning, that space and everything, and it took quite a while to remove this guy. I did a pretty good job of painting, and it took me most of the day because at first I started hand filing it off and it wasn't working very well, so I started using the Dremel cutoff disc, trying to make. That's why this is sanded off, is because I had little line gouges where I was just trying to like get it to come off, and it took forever, man. Finally I got to the point where I could lever right here, in this gap right here. I could lever between this and this guy right here and bend up. So I took a screwdriver, one of the ones that, that had been in the Jeep, an old screwdriver, and I was using it to pry up, and I snapped the screwdriver tip. So fortunately it was not a knife blade, it was just a common screwdriver. It wasn't a really fancy one or anything like that. So I got that off, and then this didn't want to come off. There was a section right here that was mushroomed a little bit, so I had to file that and work with that and file that and work with that, and it finally came off. Alright, so then I get back to the original situation. Now this right here is a modification that I did. Alright, so I took off that half spacer one that I put in there, and I put the where is it? Hold on a second. There's a magnet down there that I usually have sitting on the side of the vise, and everything fell down there. But alright, so I took this guy and I put him in here, and if you look at it, there's still a space. There's not enough space for a leather piece, and I split another half one and put it in there, and it just is not working. It's not working well, to compress it or anything. So I took a washer and I hand filed it out so that, it'll fit down in there like that. Sorry, I'm trying to do this one-handed. It'll fit like that, and then this fits on top of it like this. And now when the end cap goes on, you still have enough room to peen, and more importantly, it won't expand. If I'm hitting on it, however it happened, then I got that big gap. But I'm gonna keep looking down here. I'm gonna take it out of the. I'm gonna take the knife out of the vise after I'm hammering a little bit, just to make sure that guard. But it's too late at night, for me to do that. But anyways, so yeah, then I was hand filing this, and I said, why am I doing that when I've got a belt sander? So I went back there to use a belt sander, and Shadow was sleeping right by it, and he said, you're not using that belt sander right now. So I had to wait. I had to wait until the cat decided to go out, prowl around, then I could use the sander. But that really helped out because it made it all even, flattened it out. I mean, you can use hand tools, but it's going to take you a lot longer on all this stuff. And sometimes it helps, like if you're doing stuff, it helps to have hand tools. But, for example, like this piece right here, I could have taken a Dremel tool and just, but I wanted to make sure I'm not taking too much out, and I wanted to make sure it's just right, and so I used I used a rat tail file. Get off there. I use this guy to make those. So yeah, and that's a stainless steel spacer down there. And then that other piece right here, this piece, I decided, since I had the belt sander out, I might as well clean up it. I didn't clean up the one down there. Whoa. That's interesting. That should be an interesting video. I didn't clean that one up, down there when I did it. And this is still, you know, I mean, if I change my mind, I could still, you can get different colored spacers. You can put different things in between them, you know. I could easily just trim down some of these every other piece or every 4 pieces, you know. Just make a little shorter one. And already there's part of your grooves right there, you know. You don't have to do anything. But I like it the way it feels right now, you know. I think all I have to do is just polish it up and sculpt it a little bit, and it'll be fine. So we're almost there. I just thought I'd give you that little update for today. And man, I'm tired. I've been working on this all day, and like I said, I've taken some breaks. But peening, you know, that'll, even a little 8-ounce hammer, you do that enough, it'll start building up your biceps. Forged in fire. So there you go. I'm back to where I started. It's like if this day didn't happen, then I wouldn't have that little spacer there, you know. So anyways, there you go. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day. He's so funny, man. He's got me well trained. He sat there and he went, meow. I go, what's the matter? And there was nothing obstructing his way of getting up here. He wanted that turned on. He wanted it turned on. He had a bowl of water. I leave a bowl of water in there for him to drink from. He wanted to play with the running water. He said he's got me well trained. See, now he's looking at it. Huh, why did the water stop? This cat is not afraid of water. He's curious about water. He likes it. That's nothing. That's the drain. Like a little monkey paws. Alright, you finished? See, I'll leave that there for him. And I try to make sure there's nothing like anything with chocolate in it or anything like that sitting there, because chocolate is toxic to cats. And I don't want him drinking